Hey folks, welcome to another episode of the Rifle Chair channel. I'm going to be unboxing an Italian M1 Garand from a chap that some of you may know as Fluffy the Cat on ar15.com, the infamous online firearms forums. You know, you can talk about pretty much anything on ar15.com. And Fluffy the Cat, famous Fluffy the Cat, has sent me this Italian M1 Garand. So this is going to be an unboxing video. I've taken the privilege of just opening the ends for the sake of saving some time. So let's get started. Okay, the newspapers, good. Let's pull it out. Okay, that's just more color. Something in the way. Okay. All right. And there's an M1 Garand. And I am stoked to see this M1 Garand. This is kind of the embodiment of a project that Fluffy the Cat has been that he has embarked on. I'm going to use his alias because I don't know if he wants me to use his real name or not. But essentially what we have here is a revitalized M1 Garand that has been, it's essentially a parts gun, but it's been rebuilt with new old stock parts to try to make it as close as possible to what an American soldier or an Italian soldier may have gotten in the early to mid 1950s, so far as what an issued M1 Garand should look like after basically just been refurbished or FTR'd, for example. It's an attempt to try to get as close to new as possible, but using original parts. And those are the kinds of projects that interest me. I don't know about you guys, but that interests me. Everything's been hand fitted, re-parkerized, or I guess re-phosphated. Oh wow. Okay, let's just start at one end and work our way forward. Oh, Fluffy, you sure did a good wrapping job. Wow, the wood on this. What did you do here? Italia. Oh my word. Beretta Army, Roma, Italia. Oh my goodness. Fluffy the Cat. So this is, this receiver is, hang on here. Okay, so this is actually a new barrel. This is a Criterion barrel. 1 in 10 twist, and it was manufactured in June of 2019. And Fluffy the Cat tells me that this rifle has had 8 rounds put through it, just firing for function and for function testing. There's been no precision work done with this thing. There's been, you know, the sights need to be, you know, zeroed and set. So the receiver is Beretta 1955. The interesting, the yeah, is that is a BM59 windage knob. Oh, that fits nice. It's marked S for Sinistra, which is Italian for left. That's interesting. And it's FKF marked with a crown, which is Danish, which it was meant for. It was manufactured or went to Denmark. And the FKF stamp essentially means Defensive Materials Administration. It means something else in Danish, but I can't pronounce that. Oh wow. And the wood is new old stock. And this is MT marked. I'm not sure, that might be Tourney Arsenal. Everything has got beautiful, everything's been rephosphated, the receiver, all the metal components, the barrel, the front sight, that's thinner. That is that's a thinner front post. So that's either a National Match front post or maybe that's a BM59 front sight. As I understand, they were made thinner. So anyway, new old stock. Apparently that's normal for them to be a little bit loose. It looks to me like the stock at one point in time has, maybe that's just a standard Tourney Arsenal thing, but it looks like there's been duffel cut, or maybe something that's been extended or adjusted for length. I wonder if that was for the T2 type Garands, that it may have been set aside for. MT marked. Interesting. So Fluffy the Cat tells me is that this new Criterion barrel was cut with a climber's pull through, and you know, cut to finish with a climber pull through, and the headspace was measured with climber gauges, and I believe that this will close on a go gauge, but will not close on a no go gauge. No, that's nice and tight. No movement. Great contact with the lugs. Ah, so it's a beautiful rifle. I gotta try the trigger. Oh yeah. Now I'm looking forward to shooting this, putting some rounds through it. Man, that's a brand new barrel. So many years ago, before rifle chair even existed, you know, it cost me about $400, but it was a U.S., I should say, a Springfield Armory M1 Garand, and it was a Danish M1 Garand. And in fact, I think it was the same year as this. I think it was 1955 dated M1 Garand by Springfield Armory, and it went to Denmark. It had a VAR marked barrel on it. It had the anchor stamp on the receiver, which I believe that's the Danish Navy. And honestly, it was I was in my mid-20s when I acquired that M1 Garand, and that's when rifle chair was born. It was when I acquired that M1 Garand, and so I'm tickled pink. I haven't had one of these in my hands ever since. PP 9557. PB9557. So oh wow. This 1907 pattern sling has been stamped to match the receiver. I think Fluffy said this was a Ron, what's his name? Ron Brown? Is that his name? Ron Brown? Who's famous for his 1907 slings, and it's been serial number to the rifle. I understand the operating rod was also rebuilt, and the tab was welded up and then fitted to the rifle. I can't wait to shoot this. Oh yeah. I don't like dry firing these, but I had to try the trigger. So Fluffy the cat. So there's a lot of questions that need to be asked when you're receiving a rifle that has been rebuilt, and so you don't really know the kind of the ins or outs of the qualifications of the people that reassembled the rifle, whether the parts are properly fitted, whether the parts need to be swapped out for different parts to keep them spec. So it's a really good idea to actually be able to talk to the person over the phone, interview them a little bit, kind of get a bit of a sense as to where they're coming from, where the technical expertise are, and so on. And so I've done that with Fluffy the cat, and I have no doubt in my mind that this is going to shoot just fine. I'm looking forward to it, folks. I'm so excited to shoot an M1 Garand again. What a beautiful rifle. These are the Cadillacs. Cheers, folks. Hope you're all doing great. I'll put some close-ups of the rifle in the video, and I'll talk to you another time. Make believe up. Look at that. Beautiful walnut. Fluffy says that there's no doubt in his mind that the Italian M1 Garands were the best. Criterion barrel, 30-06.